Each day, I rise, without aches, without medications, and with a heart full of peace. At 94 years young, I maintain my own home, prepare my meals, care for my garden, and live completely independently. Friends constantly wonder, how do you do it? The answer isn't complicated. Just 5 straightforward morning practices I've maintained faithfully for decades. If you're listening to this, chances are you're battling morning stiffness, exhaustion, or mental fog. Perhaps your physician has told you that's just what happens with age. I'm here to tell you that's absolutely false. You don't have to accept that reality. Today, I'm revealing the exact 5 morning practices that have kept me not merely surviving, but flourishing, without medications, without complex routines. These are habits any woman can implement starting tomorrow. One of these practices helped my neighbor regain her stability and abandon her walking aid. Another transformed my sleep quality completely. The third sharpened my mental clarity beyond what I'd experienced in years. Give me just a few moments today, and I'll give you something invaluable in return: renewed hope, inner strength, and an actionable plan. 1. The life-changing glass of water. How do you typically begin your day? For years, my routine was identical to most women my age. Wake up stiff, shuffle to the kitchen, pour coffee, and pray the mental haze would lift by noon. But that cloudiness, that stiffness, that heavy feeling, it wasn't aging. It was dehydration, silently sabotaging every morning. I discovered this truth at 75. That year brought dizzy episodes, swollen fingers, and knee pain before I even stood up. My doctor dismissed it as normal for your 70s, but I refused to accept that explanation. Through research and questioning, I uncovered something startling. We lose nearly a full liter of water overnight through breathing and skin evaporation, roughly 4 cups worth. Yet what do most of us reach for upon waking? Coffee, which actually dehydrates us further. It's like attempting to run a car without oil. Johns Hopkins research shows that even mild dehydration in adults over 65 reduces brain function by more than 25%. It also increases inflammation, worsening joint pain, and accelerating brain aging. That discovery changed everything. I began a simple practice I haven't missed in nearly 2 decades. Here's my exact routine. Each night before bed, I prepare a 16-ounce glass of room temperature water with just a pinch of natural sea salt. Not table salt or flavored additives, just mineral-rich salt. Upon waking, before coffee, breakfast, or conversation, I drink it completely. This 30-second action transformed how my entire day unfolds. Within days, my knees moved smoother, my hands felt less puffy, and my thoughts cleared before 8 a.m. Why salt? Your body requires electrolytes for cellular water absorption. That small amount of salt helps cells utilize hydration efficiently, restoring balance faster through osmotic absorption, crucial after 8 hours of fasting and fluid loss. For those who dislike plain water first thing, I occasionally add a small lemon squeeze. No sugar, honey, or juice. Sweet additions trigger insulin responses that interfere with your body's metabolic reset. My friend Rose, 82 and down the street, suffered daily headaches and occasional dizzy spells. Her doctor prescribed blood pressure medication, but nothing helped. When I shared this water practice, she laughed. That's too simple to work. But she tried it. 3 days later, her headaches vanished. A week later, she called, excited. I stood up this morning without grabbing the wall. It's not magic, it's biology. Our bodies are thirsty upon waking, and when we ignore that need, they respond with fatigue, pain, and confusion. You deserve energized mornings. You deserve mental clarity. Start tomorrow with 1 glass of water and a pinch of salt. Tonight before bed, fill your glass, place it bedside. Make it beautiful. Add lemon if desired. In the morning, before anything else, drink deeply. It's one loving act for your body, and it will love you back. 2. Morning light, nature's reset button. Do you remember when mornings felt fresh? When sunlight through your curtains made you eager to embrace the day? I remember, and I remember when that feeling faded. In my 70s, despite maintaining the same sleep schedule, bed by 10, up by 6, I started waking exhausted. I'd sit with coffee feeling like I was watching the world wake up without me. Then my granddaughter asked a life-changing question. "Grandma, why don't you sit on the porch mornings anymore?" That hit deep. I used to cherish that time, the light, the quiet, the birds. Somehow, I'd stopped stepping outside first thing. Too busy, too tired, too distracted. I didn't realize what I'd lost. Here's what I've learned that every woman over 60 needs to know. Your body operates on a natural clock called circadian rhythm. It doesn't just affect sleep, it controls over 150 body functions: hormones, digestion, immune health, mood, even overnight repair processes. But this clock requires daily resetting, and the reset switch is sunlight. Not indoor lights, not lamps, but real outdoor morning light. Stanford and University of Colorado studies show just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight boosts serotonin, the feel-good brain chemical, by over 40%. That same light signals your brain to stop producing melatonin, helping you wake naturally while setting up better evening sleep. Serotonin affects more than sleep. It influences mood, appetite, digestion, and our sense of connection to others. At 77, feeling low and missing that awakened feeling, I returned to my morning porch practice. Here's what I do, and what I hope you'll try. Every morning within 30 minutes of waking, I step outside. Sometimes with tea, sometimes just breathing. I stand or sit quietly for 10 to 15 minutes. No sunglasses, no regular glasses if possible. Letting light enter my eyes. This is crucial. Light must enter through your eyes, not just touch your skin. Special retinal receptors signal your brain to reset your internal clock. Without this signal, your body stays in sleep mode all day. That's why artificial lights and indoor windows don't work the same way. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is strong enough. In cold weather, I bundle up and go anyway. I've even done it in rain under my covered porch just to get that light. My dear friend Helen, 81, struggled with insomnia for years. She tried melatonin, teas, even prescription aids. Nothing truly worked. After I shared my sunlight habit, she laughed. "Sitting on the porch won't fix my sleep." But she tried it for 1 week. That Friday, she called amazed. "I fell asleep at 9:30 and didn't wake until 6 a.m. I haven't done that in a decade." She now takes her coffee outside each morning and calls it her favorite part of the day. We grew up being told to stay busy, stay productive, stay inside. But our bodies are wiser. They need nature's rhythm, and we're never too old to reconnect. Tomorrow, open that door, step out for just a few minutes. Let sunlight touch your face. Let your eyes drink in the morning. It's not just light, it's life. Listen closely, and you might hear your body whisper, "Thank you." 3. 4 minutes to mental sharpness. Let me ask something from the heart. Have you walked into a room and forgotten your purpose? Or stood at the fridge wondering what you were seeking? I have, and when it first happened frequently, it terrified me. As women, we carry so much mentally: names, dates, memories, tasks. When those little slips increase, it feels like something precious is disappearing. But here's the truth. Your brain isn't broken, just underused in the wrong way at the wrong time. What I discovered in my late 70s saved me years of worry, taking only 4 minutes each morning. Right after waking, your brain exists in a unique state scientists call plastic, more open to forming new connections. You have elevated levels of BDNF, a natural brain fertilizer helping neurons grow, connect, and repair. This brain opportunity window lasts briefly in the morning. Miss it, it closes. Use it wisely. You can strengthen memory, clarity, and protect against long-term decline. What do most people do first thing? Scroll phones, watch news, sit silently with worries. But what if you gave your brain 4 minutes of purposeful, joyful engagement? I call it my morning mind tune-up. Practice daily since turning 70. 1 minute. Solve simple math. Maybe 23 plus 18, or 5 times 6. Keep it easy, but not automatic. This strengthens memory pathways. 1 minute. Learn 4 new words from books, calendars, or lists. Say them aloud. Use one in a sentence. This strengthens your language center. 1 minute. Visualize your day. Picture yourself moving through morning calmly, strongly, joyfully. Visualize success. This boosts executive brain function and emotional resilience. 4 minutes total, yet the impact is remarkable. I used to forget names at church. Now I remember people from years ago. I used to fumble for words. Now I feel clear and confident. I used to feel uncertain about upcoming days. Now I enter them purposefully. My friend Margaret, 88 and recovering from hip replacement, maintained this practice even when physical therapy wasn't possible. Her doctor said her mental recovery was unusually strong for her age. It works because it's simple, gentle, and consistent. No apps, puzzles, or expensive subscriptions needed. Just a notepad, quiet space, and 4 minutes of loving attention to your most powerful organ. I keep a small journal by my breakfast chair, my morning brain garden. Each day I plant something new, and over time it's bloomed into clarity, confidence, and joy. Tomorrow, take those 4 minutes before noise, chores, or world demands. Give something to your mind. You're not losing memory, you're reclaiming it, 1 minute at a time. 4. Grace in motion. Gentle morning movement. Here's a secret. It's not youth that maintains independence, it's mobility. The ability to rise from chairs without pain, bend down fearlessly. Walk confidently through your kitchen and garden. Not everyone over 80 can do that, but you can. It starts with how you move in your first 30 minutes awake. I used to believe stretching was the best way to wake the body. I had an old VHS with 90s yoga poses, reaching for toes, twisting my back, rolling my neck, wondering why I felt worse afterward. At 86, I started feeling lower back pinches. Getting up from the couch became harder. One morning I lost balance putting on socks. That scared me. I visited a physical therapist specializing in older women. What she told me changed everything. The stretches you did in your 40s no longer help. In fact, they may harm. Here's why. As we age, joints lose moisture, connective tissues become less flexible, and spines become more sensitive to pressure and twisting. What worked decades ago can now cause small tears, inflammation, and instability. But movement remains essential. We just need to move smarter, with purpose, gentleness, and in sequences respecting our biology. I now follow my inside-out mobility sequence, only 7 minutes long. But it's why I can still garden, kneel to pray, and carry laundry upstairs. Step 1. Shoulder circles, 30 seconds. Sit upright in a sturdy chair, arms by your sides. Make small circles forward 15 seconds, then backward 15 seconds. This increases upper body circulation and warms stiff shoulder joints. Step 2. Seated marching, 1 minute. Stay seated, lift one knee, then the other, like gentle marching. Go slowly, breathe deeply. This activates your core and brings blood flow to hips and legs. Step 3. Doorway chest expansions, 30 seconds. Stand in a doorway, hands on either side at shoulder height. Gently lean forward until you feel chest stretching. Hold 30 seconds. This helps undo rounded posture from years of caregiving or hunching. Step 4. Supported squats, 1 minute. Stand before a counter or sturdy chair back, holding lightly. Bend knees slightly, only as comfortable. Then return to standing. Repeat slowly. This strengthens thighs and glutes, your body's strongest muscles and keys to independence. Step 5. Seated ankle circles, 1 minute each foot. Sit again, lift one foot, and slowly circle the ankle clockwise 30 seconds, then counterclockwise. Repeat other foot. These tiny movements improve balance and blood flow, helping prevent falls. 7 gentle minutes, no floor, no mats, no pain. The result? My joints don't ache upon waking. I can carry groceries, lift grandchildren, and move confidently. Most importantly, I feel powerful in my own body. My friend Beverly, 87, relied on a walker, especially mornings. She thought that was her new normal. After just 2 weeks of this mobility sequence, she no longer needed her walker around the house. I feel like my body finally woke up, she said. You don't need to accept stiffness as destiny. Your body may be older, but it still wants to move, still wants to serve you. It just needs a little warmth, rhythm, and love. Tomorrow morning, before rushing to make breakfast or check your phone, take 7 minutes. Make this your sacred movement, your morning act of self-respect. Remember, mobility isn't about vanity, it's about dignity. 5. Fuel your strength, the breakfast that sustains you. Let me ask something simple but important. What did you eat for breakfast this morning? Toast? A banana? Coffee? Maybe jam on an English muffin? Now let me ask, did you feel energized afterward, or did you crash by mid-morning needing another coffee just to function? For years, my breakfast was exactly that, light, sweet, and fast. I thought I was doing right, believing that as I aged, I needed to eat lightly in the morning. I was wrong, and I paid with muscle loss, fatigue, and unexplainable weakness. What I didn't know then, but want to share now, changed everything for me. After 60, something shifts in your body. Your muscles become resistant to growth, even if you're eating the same protein amount as before. This is called anabolic resistance. Your body doesn't build or maintain muscle as easily. You need more protein at the right time, and the most powerful time is first thing in the morning. Tufts University researchers found that older adults consuming 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within the first hour of waking had stronger grip strength, better balance, and significantly slower muscle loss, regardless of what they ate the rest of the day. This one habit, changing when I ate protein, helped me maintain strength, energy, and ability to care for myself. Here's what this looks like. Most mornings I eat 2 scrambled eggs, half a cup of cottage cheese, and small cup of green tea. Or, if I want something cold, Greek yogurt with protein powder mixed in, handful of berries, and few walnuts. Sometimes I make a smoothie with whey protein, almond milk, spoonful of collagen powder, and frozen banana. It's delicious and easy to digest. The key is getting at least 25 to 30 grams of protein in one meal, not spread throughout the day. That concentrated dose is what your muscles need to wake up and respond. Let me tell you about my friend Grace. She's 91, one of the sharpest, most graceful women I know. But a few years ago, she started struggling to lift grocery bags. Her doctor told her to exercise more, but that wasn't the real issue. We examined her breakfast: toast, fruit, black coffee, no protein, no fuel. She made one change. Added 2 eggs and yogurt every morning. Within a month, she said, "I feel strong again. I feel like myself." That's the power of feeding your body what it needs when it needs it. Here's one more tip. Eat your protein after your mobility routine. Moving first improves blood flow to muscles, making them more responsive to following protein. So move, then fuel. And remember, avoid starting days with high-sugar foods, sweet cereals, muffins, fruit juices. They give quick rushes, but then crash your energy and interfere with fat burning and brain clarity. You don't need a bodybuilder's diet or expensive supplements, just real food, real protein at the right time. Because when you feed your strength, you feed your independence. You feed your ability to rise from chairs, reach top shelves, carry grandchildren, walk into the world tall and steady. That's worth far more than any number on a scale. Tomorrow morning, before sipping coffee or reaching for toast, ask yourself, am I feeding my strength or just my habit? Your muscles are still listening. Give them what they need. There you have it, 5 simple practices. A glass of water, minutes in morning light, a quick tune-up for your beautiful mind, gentle movements respecting your body, and breakfast that feeds your strength. No prescriptions, no gimmicks, just small, powerful choices made every morning. I'm 94 years old today. I still sweep my porch, write in my journal, laugh loudly with great-grandchildren. I believe deep in my bones that you can feel strong again too, not by changing everything, but by changing your mornings. Your body is still listening. Your mind is still blooming. Your life is still worth showing up for with energy, clarity, and grace. What habit will you try first tomorrow morning? Drop a comment below and let the LivelyYears community know. I read every single one. And if you know a sister, friend, or neighbor who needs this message, share it with her. We're never too old to grow, never too late to feel better. Hit that subscribe button for Lively Years if you haven't already. Next week, I'll be sharing the evening habits that help me fall asleep naturally, without a single sleep aid. Until then, may your mornings be gentle, your steps be steady, and your heart feel light. With love from one kind heart to another.